Stand on my spot. Hello, I'm Naomi Foyle. It's really my huge pleasure and honour to help celebrate the launch of Lamping Wild Rabbits here in Brighton. It's a phenomenal debut collection and it's already receiving, as you've heard, tremendous acclaim. And no wonder, in mercurial forms and language sharp as grass blades, Simon Maddrell's rabbits shine vital lights on traumatic terrain that we leave obscured at our peril, beating desire lines through history, myth, politics, religion, burrowing deep into labyrinthine experiences of queer Manx identity, childhood, loss, taboo pleasures, stigma, shame. These luminous rabbits emerge and reemerge, thumping, nostrils quivering in the winds of change, ready to leap into spring. I'm delighted to be reading 4 poems from Wild Rabbits. Back to the soil. Dipping hands in every now and then, swapping white roses and chrysanths for black crescent nails in a to and fro with the fingers. I used to want to drown my smell in a car or hang my taste in a garage. But now desire is daffodils and fuchsia. My gardening riddles my fate in practice runs of bonfire ashes and rotting what was once useful in a wooden box. In the meantime, foxglove and lily of the valley are my closest brushes with death. Inside these 4 walls of bright and shade, shifting as the day edges by and seasons creep to where we cannot tell. So I've published some of Simon's poems in Grammary, which is the journal of the Chichester Centre for Fairy Tales, Fantasy and Speculative Fiction, because they were wonderful poems for us because they really drew on Manx legend and folklore and myth. So as someone with 60% Celtic heritage, according to Ancestry.com, it's quite interesting to realise I wasn't actually very English. I'm going to give the Manx Gaelic a try. This poem's called I've Got This Gut Feeling That Inside Somewhere, which is a line taken from The Jailbird by Maurice Riordan. I think you'll be able to know what a phenodary and a bogain are from the poem. A tholton is a ruined cottage, and a snowarny, it's not a, snowarny, is a kind of a gossamer-like substance that seems to lie across the landscape in a dewy dawn and could be a couple of things. It's mysterious. And ferish is the Manx word for the fae, for the fairy people. I've got this gut feeling that inside somewhere there is this hairy creature, a phenodary, busy naked with its chores, a nimble mower of rough hedges, shouldering stones one way or another with a melancholic wail. When my body crumbles like a tholton, maybe it is released from its unchosen home to herd Lockton sheep on foggy nights. Perhaps it's a bogain, a huge, hairier ogre ripping the roof off Sunday school beliefs, a bull with tusks, glistening red eyes torched with rum until I'm gone, when it shapeshifts out of my form into silver snowarny, into fairish mist. Now, there are a number of gardening poems, there are a number of erotic poems in this wonderful collection. I'm going to read one that perhaps is both. Narcissus, pseudo-narcissus. We all inhabit a relationship with something. For me, it is firm stems springing from fleshy globules, heads that tilt in a breath. My tastes vary like my desires. For example, Narcissus W.P. Milner is simple, yet handsome, with silver skin and its miniature trumpet, though I prefer the much taller martinet, whose tolerance is broad, its multi-headed, arched neck swaying, like a bent gangster overlooks their street. I yearn for Narcissus poeticus, buried 6 inches deep in my perennial border, that pheasant eye red-ringed as a rusty sheriff's badge swinging in the shade of his rimmed hat, starfruit with a creamy fringe. Who would have thought that Narcissus poeticus would fail to blossom, leaving me flopping green? Well, that was not a prophecy that came true of our Simon. And finally, I'm going to read Goldfinches, and I think you'll see why. Goldfinches. Painted beauties visit both our gardens. Rob offers them sunflower seeds, eagerly pecked. Mine only devour Niger, in despite of being given the 2. I wonder whether they are settling for second best, or if they are just happy to accept whatever is on offer. Maybe these dead seeds are an acquired taste, like sweetbreads, like me. The finch's markings bewitch me for all their twitchy suspicion. Glad Rob's not like that, apart from the colours of his kindness. Now I know they prefer teasel and thistle. I never thought I'd say, at my age, accept what you can. Thank you.